Okay, in the background is the Canedy and Otto drill press. Let this be the intro into this chapter. What this chapter is going to be about, and I know I haven't posted a video on the drill press in a long time because I really haven't been doing anything with it. Was in that stage where I really didn't have drill bits for it and didn't want to use it, wanted to get the paint stripped off of it or sanded down so that I could repaint it and get it moved. Well, this chapter is going to be about moving it. If you saw my latest shop update, you'll probably realize that I was able to get the drill press moved. So I'm going to include the video of me moving the drill press as this chapter. And I will come back at the end and explain some things about the drill press and what I plan on doing with it and where it's going. It's going to start off with me showing how I got the drill press up in the air to begin with on some pallet jacks, which was a struggle in itself. But when it starts out, it has already been moved a little bit. I got the pallet jacks under it and was able to move it a little bit to realize that I could do it that way. So it's not in its where it was in its original location when the video starts, but I'll explain it to you. Here's what I'm doing. I'm trying to actually move this thing myself. I couldn't get anybody to come over and help me today, so... Okay, hang on a minute. I'm just going to throw this little insert in there. When I said I couldn't get anybody to come over, that's not true. I could have gotten people to come over, could have got my grandson to come over and help me, but the truth is, I got impatient. Realized that I could do it myself, so that's what I did. So, don't think that I couldn't get anybody to come over, because that's not really true. What I'm doing is attempting to do it by myself. What I've got is two pallet jacks underneath it. There's two pallet jacks because one pallet jack wouldn't pick it up by itself. So I've got two pallet jacks under it, and even with the two pallet jacks, I've got to put strain on one of them, go to the other one, put strain on that one, and keep working back and forth to get the thing up. Okay, one more time. I'm going to put another insert in here. I just kind of wanted to show you what these pallet jacks were rated for. This one is rated for 5,500 pounds, and basically that other one over there is the same thing. So when I told you that I was having trouble getting that up on the pallet jacks, it's kind of amazing how much that thing must weigh, given the fact that I was using two pallet jacks that were rated for somewhere around 10,000 pounds, and I was having a struggle. I couldn't pick it up with just one of them. I had to put pressure on it and go over to the other one, jack a little bit, and continue to do that. So what I'm doing is trying to maneuver it in, and what I did is got it on a turn. I might have to back it back out again to straighten it up to get it back into position, but I'll show it to you as I'm doing it. You're a little bit of a different angle right now, but for some reason I was able to push it back using that pallet jack by hand, but I cannot move it that way. Probably what has happened, and let me move the tripod here, as you can see there's a crack in this thing. That wheel, the wheel on the far pallet jack is probably stuck in that crack. So what I'm going to do is maneuver the forklift in back of it and try and push it with the forklift a little bit. It's still too far. It's over too far that way, towards the front door. I'm gonna jockey it back a little bit and try and straighten it up a little bit more, and so that it aims that way. Again, I was able to push it the other way by hand. Gonna use a forklift to push it back though. I don't know if you were able to see that. It's not straight though. I've got to probably pull it out and get it straight. On it. All I've got to do now is get it off the blocks and do whatever. Okay, so here it is in place, like I showed you in the videos. When I said do whatever, I was talking about finishing, cleaning it up, getting it painted. If you remember the other videos that I made previously, that's a belt guard that goes on to that side right there, which would be the right hand side as we're looking at it. I had painted it black and put that gold trim on it. I really don't like the gold trim. Not so much that I don't like it black, but I don't like the way that gold came out of there, or came out when I painted it on there. So those have got to be painted. The belt guard gets put back on it. These electrical boxes are actually held up by that belt guard. So when the belt guard gets put back on it, the electrical boxes will be bolted hard into place so that they're not kind of flopping around like that. So there it is. That's the belt guard that I had it in the bead blaster forever, and somebody came over here a couple of weeks ago to bead blast something as a project that they had going, and I took it out of there. So it's got to be sanded off a little bit, but that's ready to be primed and painted for that. As you can see, I put the tables back on. They're not tightened down, they're loose. I just set them back in there because they were kind of sitting over here on the floor in place of it. Kind of my intention is to get it cleaned up and painted, put the belt guards back on, get those tightening bolts that hold the table in place, hold the tables in place, recreated like I had showed you in a previous video. And then what I plan on doing over here is where this little rack or shelf is, I plan on making some kind of a drill bit organizer over there to put all of the drill bits that I don't have, that I'm still looking for. Put all the drill bits over there, and then as I had showed you, I have this whole drawer full of what is called core bits. And so organize a shelf or racking system, or probably a shelf of some kind, maybe a wooden shelf, so that different sizes are slotted into different little compartments of the shelf. So I've got all of that to do. But anyways, yeah, that drawer is way overweighted. There's the drill bit in place. There's my floor space back again. Anyways, that's it for this chapter. I'll bring you back.